on r/Lords of the Fallen that is now under lockdown, they say announcement. Addressing the CEO of CI
Is it actually under lockdown? Let me see. Lords of the Fallen. CEO responds, the entitlement on Reddit is astounding. 700 comments. There's only one. I bet there's a lot of people that are getting their comments deleted and their posts deleted. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Yep, big bans. Let's see, are there any comments about this? I don't get how being a mod of a sub-Discord and any social group can make people some unbearably power tripping. So they basically have to leave up one post because people are revolting so much about it. I'm not surprised.
Games politically motivated agenda. Direct links to X, or Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram are no longer permitted. The CEO of CI Games, Marek Tymiński, is actively supporting and promoting fascist ideology under the guise of catering to the player base. As a moderation team, along with many gamers worldwide, we are deeply shocked and disgusted by the events of the past few weeks.
Man.
Holy crap, does this not perfectly exemplify power going to the head of some loser in their basement as a Reddit mod and saying, I know what's best for the world, why doesn't everyone just listen to me? In response, we have removed all CI Games and Hexworks officials from the moderation.
And I also don't understand the logic here. Our concerns are directed solely at the CEO. Well, if they're only at the CEO, then why did everybody get removed and not just him?
This
doesn't even make sense.
We want to make it clear that those removed are honorable and decent individuals. We have nothing but respect for them. Every interaction we've had with them since the game's launch has been nothing
unfortunately,
sort of extraordinary.
Unfortunately, this decision affects the wrong people. I love the passive language in this. You mean this decision that you made? They act like this is some kind of like just, well, this is just what had to happen. No, it's not. You did this.
Unfortunately, this decision affects the wrong people. Our concerns are directed solely at the CEO and, at this time,
we love
no
collective
one
punishment.
else. Which, I gotta be honest, just reading that part, it screams someone that is going completely batshit insane on a power trip trying to tell the world that they know what's best and they are wielding this Reddit power to the absolute extreme. And from a certain
which hero do you think you want to be today?
It is
over
funny.
the past several weeks and months, we have seen a significant increase in hate speech.
I wonder, I'm sure hate speech. What is hate speech? I wonder what their idea of hate speech is.
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match?
Of Reddit whenever content from these platforms is shared.
Reddit, bro, like. Oh, God. That's hate speech right there. That's fucking hate. You shouldn't be able to say that. You should not be able to say that shit.
Additionally, we have experienced an
Hello.
users spreading fascist views
Ben
both on
Hulk,
the
Ben
subreddit
Hulk.
and via modmail. Let us be clear. We do not tolerate any violations of our
I bet you don't.
behavioral rules, nor do we condone or support
You'll need a
fascist
top-notch
ideology.
team to win this
Anyone
one.
engaging in such misconduct
No
will
timeline
face a
exists where
permanent
Magneto
ban. You
yields.
can find out our subreddit's rules here or in the sidebar. And from that,
This
I gotta
is
take a big step back and
crazy.
say, all right, I'll try to
This
go
is
along
so
with it.
dumb.
So
It
Eric
is.
now pushing fascist ideologies, and that's what the issue is. Why don't you provide examples? Why don't you say, hey, what he said here specifically is what we have an issue with, or this hole right here is what the problem is, or why? You can't do that because at the end of the day, they know the only problem is it goes against their own ideology, so they just start calling
I
American
fought for mutant kind's future. Our time
30
has
seconds before you attack. Get ready.
No, they took the drastic actions of locking down the entire subreddit
The
and
actual
censoring any
Magneto
further discussion.
Wow.
It continues.
Should I
What
know
about
who you
screenshots
are?
of these platforms?
No, but you
After
should know
consideration,
magnetism
we've
doesn't
decided
work on
not
super
to
cool
allow
materials.
screenshots of these platforms.
Guess what I can do?
As
Be impertinent, it seems.
verifying their authenticity is difficult. What's next?
The battle
numbers
starts
take
in
effect
5,
immediately.
4,
Alternative to
3,
X, Twitter,
2,
Blue Sky
1.
is a great alternative.
It seems we have to a threat against Krakoa is a threat against all humans. We shall not abide.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Much better.
This is crazy. You know why they want the Blue Sky? It's because Blue Sky is like an endangered species reservation. You know how like there's only like
You need not fear.
because like all the male ones are either like gay or something, or
A nice deep
have
freeze.
more babies. And so like
Insignificant mass. The moon haunts you. You need not fear. I feel like myself.
Blue Sky is like one of those reservations for these people, where like they can be in Blue Sky.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
And I mean, I guess like basically you can
Our enemies are here.
Us against the world.
and
I
basically
like the cold.
it is. And they're protecting
This whole area is completely destroyed.
By the eye of Agamotto. Insignificant mass. My power knows no limits. Witness true power. Your powers are mine.
I am ready to put on a show.
This is real firepower. Insignificant mass. We will guide swiftly.
not going anywhere.
I unleash the shanties.
There. Don't turn back now.
It's very obviously not getting popular. Nobody
By the eye of Agamotto.
Hold still. I'm trying to help.
Every arm will be destroyed. Armed and again. The moon
the reason why they're early is their
again.
and so they have to be in a safe space that protects those ideas. from
Rebirth
that type of
is a
criticism,
mutant's greatest
because
gift.
If they aren't, then
Only
the
60
ideas
seconds
are
left.
immediately done.
Nobody with any kind of logical common sense.
Get that vehicle moving.
Go 3 hill, bro.
Better. You shall not be conquered. Insignificant mass.
I like the cold.
This is real firepower.
Us against the world.
The moon haunts you.
The final 10 seconds.
Via mod mail. They want to
Leave them to consume. Good medicine.
their own ideologies.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Forums as well, which is just wild to me that they think this is something that's gonna fly and people will be cool with.
It's the grand finale.
It's not. In fact, it's actually
Cosmos Shield trades back in on this end.
how the mods are
Cosmic might return.
predators.
Armed and by the eye of Agamotto, the moon haunts you.
Everybody's getting their shit deleted. There you go.
Belongs to me.
Wow.
minutes, people. This is actually
The current
hysterical.
score is
Banning all direct
0
links on X,
to
Twitter, Facebook, and
0.
Instagram, claiming these platforms enable
Time to switch
fascism.
things up,
They removed
including which
CEI
side
and
you're
Transworks
on.
officials from the mod team, despite admitting that they were honorable
I will
and
bring
decent
peace to this
individuals,
universe,
declared
no
that
matter.
The
increasing
right heroes could make
increasing
all the
using
difference.
justification
Be
for
wary.
stricter
No
moderation.
timeline exists where Magneto
Blue Sky,
yields.
a left-wing alternative to Twitter as the better platform. I swear, I couldn't make this up if I tried. It's beyond parody at this point, but at the same time, is anyone surprised? It's Reddit. They declared that Kaminsky was boosting anti-progressive and racist/transphobic posts
Round
by
2,
asking
go!
I will
people
never
what
allow
she calls
Krakoa to suffer the
renegade.
same
They-
fate
I
as
never
Kenosha.
understood how this is transphobic. Like last time I checked, if somebody is transsexual, they don't want to be referred to
coming in
as
30
body type
seconds.
B.
Stay
They just
strong.
want to be a woman.
Trickster,
that's just like,
where will you
I
make
don't
your
even
mischief
understand
when
the
the world
logic. It doesn't even make sense.
Oh, this is hardly
Accuse them of
the
pushing
only-
a politically motivated
mine.
agenda, and it's a classic tactic to try to deplatform anybody who opposes their woke
No, use
ideology.
logic? No.
This unhinged response wasn't
The
just
battle
about
starts in
simple
5,
in-game UI
4,
changes. It was
3,
directly
2,
attempting to control the
1.
narrative and gatekeep what
It seems we have company.
End of the day,
Once I saved mine with a scout. Now I
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
One of you
that definitely
insignificant mass.
It's that
The
Reddit
moon haunts you. This will be helpful.
Us against the world!
it's because the admins and the people that run Reddit are that's the problem.
but their motivation is ideology, saying people are
Rebirth
feeling
is a
emboldened
mutant's
on the culture
greatest
war
gift.
stuff since Trump got in. The fact that they're still seething about Trump's influence years after the presidency started back when he first got elected tells me everything we need to know about their worldview. Rather than trying to moderate fairly, they turn to
destroy
words
this
and call it
You
separatism.
shall not be harmed. Much better.
Stop that vehicle!
Any conversation that challenges their
Oh, I'm fine, don't mind. Use medicine. Cheap tricks.
My power cannot be quelled.
Bring on the chaos.
Haunts you. The moon.
How come we're separate at the same time?
By the eye of Agamotto.
We ban politics
Final
because we
score,
know that
0, 2,
we
1.
know that there's a pretty big target on our back. And so that's why we migrated a lot of the political stuff over to Twitter.
Well, you can't expect to
It's
win them
because
all.
like I'm not going to try to play an unfair game. I'm not going to try to push some try to push the line and break the rules. At the end of the day, Reddit has every right to moderate the way that they want to, even if I disagree with it. So I'm not going to try to go in opposition of them at all. Do you think Reddit devs are neutral or liberal preference? I think that they have liberal preference, and I think that advertisers do too. And advertisers are more sympathetic and more sensitive to liberal complaints than conservative ones. And because of that, it creates a feedback loop that removes conservative people from the platform. That's what I think happens.
Who's genuinely caring about the gaming scene
That's
and the
my
gamers
honest opinion.
themselves. He comes across as very sincere, and he's not trying to use people as some sort of Trojan horse to try to get additional sales. And explains exactly why his Reddit mod sees this as well,
Yeah.
and now they see him as the enemy because he's a problem. The in-game changes aren't dictated from the top. It was voted on by tens of thousands of gamers, but according to these lunatic Reddit mods, democracy is only valid when it aligns with their own personal
Democracy is good when I win the vote.
worldview.
Yes.
Which hero do you think you
The
want to
entire
be today?
situation highlights once again how Reddit has become an increasingly hostile place for any kind of free speech. or
Be
open
wary.
discussion.
No
Moderators who are
timeline
It is.
exists
You
where
should go to Reddit
Magneto
without
yields.
Unhinged have zero problems with seizing control of communities
Now,
and pushing
who
their
am
own
I gonna
personal
banish
agenda
from this
for
match?
the message. And hey, as long as it aligns with their ideologies, there are no problems with it. But once you start stepping out of line, they gotta make sure they shut you down. So use this as a heads up if you're a player of Lords of the Fallen to be very aware of r/Lords of the Fallen. It is compromised, but then again, it's Reddit, and we already know the type of people who go there every day, and it's already an echo chamber. But hey, I just want to give a heads up about this happening in the first place. But I'd like to encourage everyone, if you haven't played this game, to check it out to see if it might be right for you, because overall it has had a great reception with the entire player base. I'm all about promoting any...
The game had a pretty bad launch, but it seems like they improved a lot of the issues. I haven't played it recently, so I'm not really sure. But like,
You'll
my
need a
understanding
top-notch
is that they
team
have
to
really
win
tried
this
to
one.
improve a lot of the issues with the game. I haven't played it though, so I don't know.
Billie
I have to
Jean,
look at
all
recent
the
not
reviews.
my love.
authentic to the gamers. And Merrick Kaminsky strikes me just as that. The subreddit itself has completely lost the plot and is no longer
That's
even
insane.
about discussing the game itself. It's about enforcing leftist politics and attacking anyone who steps out of line. Kaminsky, on the other hand, has proved himself, to me at least, to be one of the few and rare game industry CEOs that's willing to stand up for us, the gamers. While the Reddit mods are out there ranting about fascism,
one,
the actual
go!
gamers are out here
It takes to
enjoying
protect
the game
mine.
that respects their
No
own
matter
preferences.
the
As
price.
for Reddit, it's just another reminder of why its credibility
30
is
seconds before you
completely
attack.
circulated.
Get ready.
Anyways, I'm really
You never told me where you learned all those tricks. It's called
Figaro.
camouflage.
Figaro.
Brochure.
Yeah, and so anyway, there was a little bit more about this that we haven't gone to. And I'll link you guys the video again. I think this is a pretty good summary of what happened.
The battle
But the
starts in
guy
5,
even responded
4,
to this as well,
3,
too.
2,
So these Reddit mobs are out of control.
All you need to do
Well,
is capture the
problem
mission
again
area.
is that
Got it?
people can't make oppositional
Every spell
subreddits
cast has its
and
price.
find other
My
platforms
debt
that
is
can
deep.
replace them. And so that's the other really big issue that happens is that those
So much
people are
stuff
not
to
able
smash.
to they're not able to like
It
make
seems
it
if I feel like
Here is an
myself
enemy.
let me see if I can find his post and the guy that So basically this is his actual post about it responding to
You
a lot of
need
the
not
drama
fear.
on
Usually I create my own shield.
responding to the drama on Reddit. He says everyone is
Insolent
thing is really getting boring truth always wins in the end. Transparency, not by just narratives and players first. So basically, as you can see, this post has received 0 updates. So this has been a Reddit post that verified world the Irish outlaw. You're seriously
I
calling
seem to be unprotected.
because of a perceived political motivation. You don't realize that it's
Get that vehicle to its destination.
It's just a game that's not that deep, which is really true. But these people are absolutely fucking crazy. So yeah, there you go.
Watch out, they're headed our way.
Drama over gay people. Yeah, I saw. I already talked about the Kingdom Come.
Hello, girl.
Many of us on the left would rather not
Embrace the light.
trust. I think that it's completely wrong, and it's just an idea that's invented by retards as an excuse to tell other people what they think. I think the fact is that
I am ready to put on a show.
was defeated in the free marketplace of ideas as well as on the battlefield. The entire idea that you need to, cancel people and not let people say this stuff is ridiculous. Every single example of KKK,
Magneto! You are under
You get a weapon. You get a weapon. You get a weapon.
Let's get it where it needs to be.
Once I get you stuck.
and I if you want to look at, the idea of tolerance, your idea of tolerance might be wrong, but because their idea of tolerance is not letting anybody be trans because they're protecting kids, they're using the same fundamental logic that you are, based off of we're doing this thing to suppress people's expression under the justification of protecting other people. So unless you want that logic to be
Mutants
used against
always
you in the
rise
future,
again.
then no, I would not support it at all. Blocking people from speaking is prime fascist behavior. Yeah, and that's just always how it's gonna go. I'll be right back.
We're finding our groove. There they are.
Okay. Where we at? Let me see if I find this. Yeah, people are crying. People are pissed off about this.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Going to, but I'm just busy playing other shit, right? Anyway, so yeah, this is it. Twitter politics. Fucking retards, what do you expect?
Much better.
Us against the world.
What?
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
I put you on ice.
You are under my protection. Your attacks are futile. I feel like myself again.
Is this just happening now?
I'm ready to unleash.
I'm trying to help. You get away.
I'm ready to put on a show. Don't let anything stand in your way.
You shall not unleash the shouting power.
So he's flying over. Let me get this straight. He's flying over the
My
Gulf
power
of
cannot be quelled.
renamed Gulf of Mexico on Super Bowl Sunday
Gather and
on the
attack
president
here.
to sign
I'm opening a
executive
portal.
Get that vehicle moving again.
for Gulf of America Day.
Approach this site with caution.
Is ready for combat.
A shortcut through space.
I am wounded. Who will
I
help?
will crush them all.
Turn around.
Should we fail to reach our goal, you need not fear. You are welcome. It's a futile.
Kingdom turns guardian against guardian.
Here is an
Us against the world.
We need some help.
You are under my protection. My strength returns. Wakanda has given us this sacred duty.
Nice. Good job, guys.
Focus on the back.
Lead them to consume. You need not fear. They're put this together.
America Day.
Who will help?
Friends, gather around. I am ready to put on a show.
By the eye of Agamotto.
It's the grand finale.
I feel like myself again.
I unleash the Vishanti's power.
Magic statue to a hall full of gods? I feel like I'm in an ancient myth.
Only 60 seconds left.
You get a weapon! You get a weapon! You get a weapon!
So is today Gulf of America Day?
The current score is
So it's today.
3, 2, 0.
Little change,
Time to switch
no
things
more
up,
love.
including which
All right.
side you're on.
Secretary of the Interior, and also
Be wary.
Wow.
No timeline exists where Magneto yields.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
Well, with the Gulf of America, this is a historic day. We want to thank President Trump. His executive order is what set this in motion. We signed a secretarial order from as Secretary of Interior directing
Fracking
the
Day?
US Geologic Survey, who's responsible for the database, which is the Geographic Names Information
Round
System.
two,
So just prior to this
We can
signing,
no longer hide from the dangers that lie beyond our shores.
Ooh,
Gulf of America Day.
don't
But now it's
make
going
me
out down
cry.
here right now. Our team
They'll be
is
coming in
calling
30
all the
seconds.
map
Stay
providers,
strong.
so Google Maps, Apple Maps, all the map people. That
Carry on, carry
this
on.
afternoon to
Nothing really bad.
fantastic.
Guess what I can do?
Be impertinent, it seems.
Yeah, check, guys, check Google Maps.
Battle starts in
Check it
5,
right now.
4, 3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
It still says Gulf of Mexico. Guys, it still says Mexico.
They can TV, bro. Nice.
Uh-oh.
My power knows no limits. You shall not be harmed.
The Punisher is in charge.
What's this?
You are under my protection. You are welcome.
A nice deep freeze. Chin up.
Leave them to Khonshu. Your attacks are futile.
Sure, those are bad guys.
My power knows no limit.
I'm ready to unleash my mystic power.
You need not fear.
Usually I create my own shield.
Danger. The Punisher's polygraph is active.
I unleash the Vishanti's power.
Shake it up. I like it.
Judge, jury, executioner.
This is real firepower!
I need assistance.
You get a weapon! You get a
Us
weapon!
against the world.
How's it?
Yo.
A nice deep freeze.
What a dumbass, man.
Chin up.
Hitting.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
It's the grand finale.
Eh.
Punisher has enabled his turret.
I feel like myself again.
Leave them to Khonshu. By the eye of Agamotto.
I need assistance.
The Punisher's turret is active. Sound the retreat.
This is real firepower!
Rebirth is a mutant's greatest gift.
Not protected at all. And the reason is they think we're going to protect them. The other thing is we subsidize them to the tune of about $200 billion a year. If we stop doing that, we stop allowing them to make money.
Google said they will rename it to the Gulf.
Much better.
Would you really defy the guy that would
You need to stop that vehicle in its
tear
tracks.
up some entire country?
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
I unleash the Vishanti's power.
You get a weapon! You get a
Thanks for the shield.
It's more aggressive. It's
Right
better.
there.
Why? Because I think
He stopped them in their tracks.
and in my first term I was fighting everybody because they were very aggressive toward me. They always said survival and taking care of the country.
I feel like myself again.
But I had to take care of the country. But I had to
Need some help. Focus on the battle.
You are under my protection.
Okay, let's try it.
Humans and their weapons of war. You cannot
I am ready to put on a show.
By the eye of Agamotto!
So much from the garden. I need assistance together.
much better.
I like how they're holding the
I shall not be removed so easily.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
So much from the garden. It's the grand finale. Shake it up. I'm free. Let's go, my people. Us against the world. They hit a checkpoint. Now might be the time to stop them.
Much better.
Now I'm confident.
You cannot hurt me.
Better stop that vehicle.
This is real firepower!
Gather around.
By the eye of Agamotto!
You shall be harmed.
You get a weapon! You get a weapon! You get a weapon!
I unleash the
Careful next time.
Yo, Moon Knight, can you play Hela? I play Moon Knight.
I feel like myself again.
Push the Punisher out of the circle.
but damn, you're gonna bring it up over and over and over.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Same topic.
It's the grand finale.
I mean, do you really want to turn on the news and hear about this every single
Everywhere.
day?
An enemy.
I don't think that people do.
I like the
Need not
cold.
fear.
Like, however
You be more careful next time.
people want to hear
He
about it.
stopped them in their tracks.
It's over. It happened 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
I seem to be unprotected.
Only 60 seconds left.
The Shanti guide.
It seems we have company.
A nice deep freeze.
Us against the world!
I am ready to put on a show.
Judge, jury, executioner!
We must persevere.
It's the grand finale.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
10 seconds.
This is real firepower!
You'll have to be ready.
You get a weapon! You get a weapon!
Now or never. Stop them.
Can you just give up? Just why you keep asking the same shit over and over and over? So he can say the same thing over and over and over.
Rebirth is a mutant's
Really, it's a
greatest
waste
gift.
of fucking time.
I unleash the Vishanti's power! By the eye of Agamotto!
Much better.
Us against the world.
have as an investment. I don't mind an investment in
Another epic victory! Big win!
15 years. It's the greatest company in the world, the greatest number one company in the world. Great meeting with
Trump is on the
But they
field
are
at the Super
allowed
Bowl.
to-
There's no way he's on the field at the Super Bowl.
Is it about you that gives them that impression? And how did you develop and hone that?
He is not.
Yeah, that's.
and that's it.
Mr. President, on tariffs, sir, you talked about the reciprocal tariffs coming in this week. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? What are you planning to plan this week?
Yeah, I'll be announcing probably Tuesday.
They
or
just showed it?
Wednesday at a
Trump
news
just
conference,
scored a
reciprocal
touchdown?
tariffs, and, very simply, it's if they charge us, we charge them. That's all.
When does it go into effect?
How come you only cover one side? I don't like either, but why do you not bring up Elon was actively being investigated by USAID for fraud? I wonder why you shut it down. Well, that's because, I mean, number one, like, I don't know if he was being investigated or not. Also, I feel like I cover it pretty fairly. I do. Like, I've always been pretty outspoken. Like, even if you can go back to what I said about January 6th on January 6th, that day. I've never been a supporter of January 6th. I've always thought it was bad. I didn't even agree with him pardoning everybody. I never agreed with that. All I'm saying is that asking the same question over and over is wasting everybody's time. Oh, I will watch this. Oh, man. I cannot fucking believe it. But this girl is actually back. Yep. She's fucking back. And trying to explain why, well, I'll just play it.
Hawk Tuah Girl's back with a released podcast that was immediately disavowed by nearly everyone in it who said, oh, we think there might have been insider trading involved.
The podcast was not supposed to go live. They f***ed it up every step of the way. They leaked the podcast, and then they f***ing posted it when it was supposed to be canceled. They f***ed up twice, and the third was the launch itself.
Accusations flying. The episode got deleted, but it's still out there in the
Which
ether
hero
now
do you
with
think you
everyone
want to be today?
nitpicking it apart.
Yeah, everybody
Be
sees it.
It's
wary.
kind of a complete
No
disaster
timeline
for
exists
Hawk
where
Tuah
Magneto
team.
yields.
And I found even more kind of wrong with it. I want to go through it because, yes, we do get mentioned in it.
Now,
Because the boogeyman of
who am I
crypto,
gonna banish
Kitchen,
from this
Brother
match?
Coin, might come after you.
CoffeeZilla got on there. The scary guy. Let me tell you, don't ever want to have a conversation with him.
Whoa! Don't ever want to have a conversation with me. I'm not intimidating. I don't know what's the problem here. I'm Joe Rogan inches tall, guys. It's not a striking figure here. You're gonna be scared of. If you meet me in person, you're not gonna be like, you know. Relax. It's
Yeah.
fine. Just get on the call. Let's have a conversation. I don't understand. And I also thought this was weird because Haley Welch's lawyer invited me on the show. In fact, like, really, really wanted me on their show.
Yeah.
And kept telling me how much Haley Welch liked me. Hence the t-shirt, you know.
He probably
I used
just
to like
lying.
CoffeeZilla until he wouldn't come on my podcast.
Yeah.
Then he is, you know, Voldemort.
You'll need a
Can't mention him.
top-notch
Scary.
team to win
Watch
this
out.
one.
Don't talk about CoffeeZilla. He's intimidating. Here's the message I got from her lawyer. Haley would like to have you on as a guest on her podcast. You'd be the first guest since the failed crypto token launch, and would get significant amount of views. Would be very friendly. This guy must not know me. She really likes you. Wow. I thought she didn't want to have a conversation with me. What gives?
So they invited him onto the podcast. Wait a minute. Why would they even do that? That's the dumbest thing you could possibly do.
I will never allow Krakoa to suffer the
Why?
same fate
You
as
know,
Kenosha.
I turned into,
They wanted to beat him up?
you know, the most scary man in the world.
30 seconds
Now,
before
I
you
did-
attack. Get ready.
I said, look, I'm not a fan. I'm a show with Hawk. I have so many questions.
Wanda,
I need
'tis
details.
a pleasure to see you, my dear.
And this guy does.
I wish I could
understand
say
your
the same.
position. I think the more details come to
You
light,
may not be a
you'll
true
understand she was a
mutant,
bit,
but you will always be welcome on Krakoa.
thank you
love
for the
how
invite,
these
but
people
I think I
love to
will pass.
abstract the fact that they're just scamming people with
The
fake
battle
money
starts in 5,
into this
4,
really complex,
3, 2,
unravelable
1.
fucking tapestry of narratives and realities that are interwoven that you can't even possibly fathom unless you somehow end up agreeing with them. Like,
Help
it's
get that
just so
vehicle to its
ridiculous.
destination.
Am I crazy for seeing this? Like, every time that there's like all these details and all this information, how is there any information or information you know about this? It's so fucking simple.
I'm just dying. He does care about his fans.
You need not fear.
Very dramatic.
You cannot hurt me. Some sort of
I think that they absolutely invited him on so they can make it seem like he's okay with her, like she's in the clear and agrees with that.
I feel like myself again. You cannot hurt me.
Life and destiny.
Us against the world! Keep going!
I don't want to be that. You scared. And I really felt there was questions that got answered that should have been answered.
Someday.
What was the agreement with Haley Wells and with Doc Hollywood? Very simple question, right?
Here's the question.
One.
How does
Did I get both of
making
them?
a meme point help you launch?
Spider-Man
I'll
gone?
patch you up.
That one hurts.
It doesn't. What's fun about using
Your attacks are futile. I feel like myself again.
I'm ready to put on a show!
You cannot hurt me. You shall not be harmed.
You got a shield, Tim. I didn't know how to patch you up. Behind you. That's a terrible deal. I got but awesome. But that was kind of
Denizens of the deep.
and all I wanted to know was, give me
My power cannot be quelled.
I think, yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, that's the fucking thing. It's like it's easy to say this whenever we're not actually looking at it because they're the ones explaining it to you.
that is.
Tremble before fast! Your attacks are futile. Fear Magneto!
Even what you told me about the 50% split. I have heard.
Yeah, so and he said if you go on the podcast, we'll show it to you. Wait, so let me get this straight. They're only able to disclose
Only 60 seconds
confidential
left.
legal information
Get that vehicle
if you
moving
go on a
again.
podcast.
Always rise
Which
again.
statute of limitations decides that?
Here come the help. So
Oh, that's
cold.
right.
Tour Girl was going to make 50%.
What a bunch of dick
all-
suckers.
And he kind of told me, no, that's just.
Are
the
you
fight
kidding
scene,
me?
so I was like, oh, well,
Much better. Namor subjects are tenacious. Talented than that.
Down to 30 seconds.
That's, no, it's not weird.
Compress the light.
Basically short. You're saying if you come on our side, we'll let you know what happened. So it's like we want you to write a blank check to come on the podcast. Give us something.
10 seconds. Gets the world.
I'm opening a
It's
portal.
just so obviously
A shortcut to space.
You'll have to keep. I am ready to put on a show.
because, and again, he made the argument that the legal team doesn't want the
Mighty Ocean's
so what's the
This place and the machine must be protected.
I'm gonna be honest, right there,
Fear Magneto!
absolute scumbag should not even play.
One couldn't win without the other. Sadly
Drug
misguided.
dealers have more integrity than this. Really? It's embarrassing.
Fear bestseller.
This is $1 million operation and you can't, like, this is pathetic.
The
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
That's super weird. In general, I find that in these situations, going on people's
These
podcasts...
are sounds I never heard before.
Strange is teleporting around. Watch out.
It's weird, and it's going to appear as if you have reconciled. Now, how do they know their audience?
Namor's got evil.
Mortal pain is no match for the sorcerer.
You're basically saying, hey guys, you're done.
Octopus down.
So I say...
By the eye of Agamotto!
So confronted. The news. Guys to bring on your podcast. Now,
naturally.
Face Bang. Hey, I'm fighting this podcast.
You cannot hurt me.
He said yes.
Yeah.
I really like to see that podcast.
Only 60 seconds left.
They didn't get
I am ready to put on a show.
By the eye of Agamotto!
tell everyone. Do not talk about
Good medicine. By the eye of Agamotto! The god of darkness! Mutants.
Down to 30 seconds.
I feel like myself again. Preparing yourself for the road ahead.
It's in their financial.
No one stands between me and my...
The final 10 seconds.
Got eyes on
So it's like a dream get for Haley Well. Like this is amazing. And because he thinks basically gonna like make it be like.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Do that right?
You're halfway there.
But you know,
Keep
you can ask
going.
some questions, whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
incoming.
Turns out
I still
The
want you.
light force is coming.
when this podcast
Look up behind you.
Tremble before fast!
stipulations, not letting the market get manipulated, basic starters. These people lead
The current score is
insider.
These incompetent
0.
fucking retards. Excuse me.
time to switch things up,
Traded the token. We
including which
noticed a
side
random
you're
spike in
on.
volume on the coin the day we did the
The
podcast.
right heroes
along
could
with
make
random
all the
messages
difference.
asking if we did the
No
podcast.
timeline
Wait, so
exists where
they
Magneto
didn't make enough
yields.
money with the first one, so now they're trying to get this guy to come on to rehab her image so they can dupe people with it again? They're trying to go for the double dip? Oh my god! This is crazy.
I will do what it takes to protect my people.
The double
no
rug,
matter
yes.
the price.
Whoever does that, have we ever had someone who's done a double rug? It's almost impressive of how
They'll be
fucking
coming in
scummy
30
it
seconds.
is.
Stay strong.
But he front ran the podcast to buy up all the coins.
That's true.
I've never seen a
Trump.
cheese so perfectly aligned ever. It takes great effort to keep my cosmic energy in balance.
Everyone's gonna like it when
Start to
they
lose
release
focus.
this podcast. With 100 coins. It's just horrible. It's like, what do you want to re-victimize people?
I watch
Yeah,
flirking
that's
videos.
exactly what they wanna do.
They
So
call
cute.
off the they're like,
The
look,
battle
even the
starts in
people
5,
most
4,
charitable
3,
towards
2,
talk to us.
1.
We're out. We're done.
We have company.
But some science episode got
Much better.
apparently there's an agreement. The podcast is never going out, but they got
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
A valiant attempt, Namor, but a failed one. Behind us.
Now, what are, if I was to flip a coin, what is the
belong to Namor.
Our aquatic enemies are eliminated.
It seems we have company. Again!
Right from this leaked show. Here's Dexerto saying,
Some assistance,
please.
please.
Thank you to all my true fans and all the people that actually watch my stuff and keep up with me. We're trying to figure out
To the bottom of the ocean with you.
get our things out and make everything right.
Bring on the cash. Rise, my friend.
Should be sufficient.
You would stand.
I require some aid.
I am ready to put on a show!
By the eye of Agamotto!
Rise, my friend.
Namor's subjects are tenacious. All good and bad.
Because he probably wanted to come on, and he's like, okay, I'll do this, but I want to ask you the right questions.
Second chances
Like, he's not as into it as Coffee Zilla. He says, all right, fuck it, I'll do it. And then drag
You are under my protection.
Gotta retreat. I got a shield. My sorcery still needs time to prepare.
But it's still funny.
He stopped them in their tracks!
He was like,
Us against the world!
y'all understand how insane that is?
How this idea got brought to me, it was supposed to be like a, what they call it, a long-term coin. And the guy that raised it, he was like,
I
oh,
shall
we're gonna
not be
change, like,
removed
the way
so
everybody thinks of
easily.
crypto.
We're
Crypto's
gonna change the way everybody thinks of crypto with the Hawktua coin.
Only
Why
60
is it
seconds
that every
left!
single person, like, who's more delusional? Crypto enthusiasts or Reddit revolutionaries? I think this is basically a race to the fucking bottom. It's crazy how bad this is. Oh my god.
I feel
it's the
like
same
myself again.
Rise, my friend.
Alright, let's watch it.
I want to start by saying
Born again!
Still a chance to stop them! Us against the world! Final 10 seconds!
The first thing that she said texted you.
Keep fighting until we have a
And
winner!
that speaks to me because of how I was introduced to crypto, and we'll get into that. But
They hit a checkpoint! Now might be a good time to stop them.
99% of cryptocurrency is a scam, and that's a lie because it's more than that.
like, their team's been very forthcoming. My team is vetting them the fuck out right now, and has been for the last week. Thread Guy and Frank will be on this episode. It's such a weird time.
Better stop that vehicle!
They rolled out.
Don't cry, baby. It's fine.
You are under my protection.
Here's how
Much better.
I was
You cannot hit me.
I am ready to put on a show!
Some healing would
No, don't do that. Don't do it.
They made it halfway! Stop them!
Just give us a minute.
It's gonna be okay.
Well, so basically, how this
I'm
idea
opening
got
a
brought to
portal.
me
Disappear!
And
Final
the guy that
score.
ran the account was
1,
like,
2,
we're gonna
2.
change, like the way everybody thinks of crypto's gonna be a good place. And I feel really bad for all the people that got affected by it, and it just
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
This episode's getting better for all the animals that have been affected by the fires up here.
And I'll match it. Me and Ricky, I'll match it, whatever. It's really, really important for me to make sure that we address everything and get through all of exactly what happened. I think that it's really, really important at this point to be totally transparent about everything that happened with you and your partners and this launch and in crypto, and what makes this bad and what makes what Iggy Azalea is doing maybe even good, and what makes what Trump's doing different, right? I want to get through all that.
reminds me a lot of, so a lot of like Nigerian prince scams, they intentionally use bad English in order to only attract the dumbest of the dumb, because they know that a normal person with average comprehension will be able to tell that it's a scam. So like maybe this is the same thing where it's just like so obviously disingenuous and stupid that you basically have it act as a filter to only bring in the most fucking room temperature IQ people to immediately buy into it. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like the stupidity of it is a filter in itself to make sure that you only are dealing with people that are of that same level of thinking. I wanted to watch the clip just because I haven't seen it. I wanted to see it.
Haley Welch is very sorry. She wants you to know she did not intend to go that way. And that podcast clip, yes, it wasn't supposed to go, but it just leaked. We don't know how. I approached, of course, the guys behind it, and they said it was an editor mistake. Oh, oops. Yes, the guys who interviewed us thought we may have insider traded the coin, but this guy says he vouches for the internal team, saying it was none of them. And Better, which is Jake Paul's team, I guess, no way they would ever do something like that, guys.
This is so fucking ridiculous. How do people eat this shit up? Honestly, I don't even, you know what? W Jake Paul, W Haley Welch. This is, they deserve it. If you're this fucking stupid.
Believe us, we will likely never know the info leak. The clip posting leak today was an accidental by Better's editor who had the episode in the YouTube queue waiting on approvals to release.
Right.
Now, I don't know if this is true or false. I thought the weird thing about this video is that, like, everyone has had, anyone in media who's, like, had a sensitive episode recorded, you don't, like, do all the first if you think it might get canned. Like, obviously, right? Yeah. These people not only edited the show, they put an ad in the leaked version of the episode, okay?
This guy brings up.
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
That is a
Be wary.
great point.
No timeline exists where Magneto yields.
So I'm not saying it didn't leak. I'm saying it's highly convenient.
Now,
Game Time
who
believes in
am
me,
I gonna
y'all,
banish
and I
from
believe
this
in it.
match?
Game Time's more loyal than most of y'all's mans out here.
Yeah, some of those guys just leave
Let
it.
me guess what game time is. Game time is sports betting, right? Last minute. Game time picks. It's not betting. Wait a minute. It's not. Hold up. It's ticket sales? Wait. It's just buying tickets. Okay. Alright. Wow. Alright. Who could have foreseen? Honestly, not me.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
The first opportunity they get, not Game Time.
Not Game Time, guys. Game Time wouldn't leak an episode on you. So that's just the start of this atrocious episode.
Yeah.
But now that it's out, I did take a look at it, and it made me think twice about something that I've been trying to get to the bottom of for a while, which is that contract. The contract I keep asking, who was supposed to make the money, right? That's always the question in a case like this. That's what the boogeyman wants to know. It's
So long,
I gotta know who to scare. I gotta go
from
know who's begging
Mutant-Kind's
it under to
future.
scare them at night.
Our time
And
has
I've been
finally
repeatedly asking this,
arrived.
and as I've said, basically,
They'll be coming in 30
their
seconds.
position
Stay
is
strong.
that she was just the small fry. She was the dupe. She was the person who got tricked into promoting.
You learned all those tricks.
Right? The scam. But there was a certain thing she said that confused me, because I've heard two things. I've heard Haley Welch is getting half of everything, which is, she's not Mark. She's like one of the main players. or 2, she's basically getting 125K and
The battle starts in 5,
Well, I heard this during the
4,
show, but it made me
3, 2, 1.
Like half the money.
You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
That's why I agreed to do it.
Did you hear that?
Half the money.
Half the money. But that's very interesting. That's very different from what we've been told, which is like, oh, it's 125K. I don't know if it's about the charity.
Much better.
That it was also for charity. Maybe it's true, maybe not. Again, that's why
You shall not be harmed.
asking about the contract. Now, I went to their lawyer, and I was like, look, I don't understand the secrecy with the contract. I don't Then he said something he's been saying the whole time. Was from the mutually agreed upon allocation. After 1 year,
Much better. You always were a petulant child, Wanda.
A nice deep freeze.
You are under my protection.
Shielded up. Far enough down the road to make those questions.
You cannot hurt me.
Now, this is where I finally had to play some of the cards that I have.
Disappear! Control here.
Because my
You need not fear.
I can't see
You never expect me to do that again.
A nice deep freeze.
like
Not ready to perform quite yet.
there's just no it defies all logic and everything about this doesn't make sense. I don't understand. How do you?
It seems we have company.
I am ready to put on a show.
Showing low. How delightful. Fear Magneto! I feel like myself again.
Like basically, I just kind of like if you take an
Only 60 seconds left.
how is this ever going to be beneficial to anyone in these arguments? Really? How is this anything other than a scam? Where was
Mutants
the universe
always
that
rise
it wasn't
again.
going to be a scam? It doesn't exist.
I'm opening a portal.
Right? Yeah. It's like, how do you even? How do you even come? How
You
do
need to
these
stop
things
that vehicle in its tracks.
I have a lot. I'll talk about that. I have so much to say about
These were millions of dollars, okay? Or like $1 million. And that's what I said. This guy says, I think you can safely trust.
I shall not be removed so easily.
He's denying it. He's saying, that's not true. And then he says, look, I just can't have the contract published online, willing to let you see it with your own eyes. He's saying that's why he was going to let you see it on the podcast. I said, well, these messages were prior to...
You shall not be harmed.
Thanks for the shield.
No.
Anyone willing to help?
Much better. You cannot hurt me.
I am ready to put on a show. Shields up.
You need not fear.
All shield and all games in the chat.
Your attacks
I said, I don't understand your motivation. You want me to not trust internal messages? guy says, look, I can tell you what I think.
Put some pep in my step. I shall not be removed so
I
easily.
didn't say, you said on the podcast you negotiated the contract personally.
I negotiated the contract with the company.
I don't get why Haley would benefit.
I just don't see how anybody buys into this. Anybody ever spent money on this. This is even a...
Behold that child!
Like, how is this a normal? It's just so I can't.
Spider domain is not for the weak.
Such a bad contract if what you said is true, and this is
Only 60 seconds left.
Token plus 125k makes 0 sense for someone who's
The
bringing
targeted first-time
all
buyers.
of the name recognition, rigging the whole thing.
But
and you're getting this like measly.
Yeah.
Doesn't check out.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them. Better stop that vehicle.
Then he says that the contract says she was getting paid 125k, 200k.
Wow.
And 50% of the net proceeds of the project with mutually agreed upon phenomenon.
This is what he said right now.
That what he just said is the fact that
My power cannot be
But he's
quelled.
saying here, finally, he's giving us the real story. It's 50% of the net proceeds.
Who's
of
this video for? It's for. I think that like I don't know how these crypto scams keep happening.
Disappear!
It's now or never. Stop them.
I feel like I'm Shanty's and your attacks are futile.
Anyone willing to help? I like the cold.
You
Shields up!
Only 60 seconds left.
From what they told us. And so I say 50% of net proceeds does not mean half of 10%. It means 50% of net proceeds, which is market making, pre-sale. This is like $4 million.
Messaging freeze.
And I don't know if we were told by fees and pre-sale funds were going to be used to run the project.
I feel like myself again.
Down to 30 seconds.
You are welcome. Your attacks are futile.
The debt my organization said they had 4 guys. 4 guys. You get a web.
I am ready to put on a
Cannot hurt me.
Yeah, bring this guy in. Keep really big. Keep fit right there.
Disappear!
This is perfect.
They just kind of
disappear! Clear the way! Vortex field!
My power cannot be quelled.
Now we're saying it.
I'm opening a
because that money's getting them in trouble, right? There's a lawsuit about that money. So they're saying, oh,
I never believed I would see this day.
Hits the ground! I can be reckless now. Look up behind you!
I unleash the Ashanti's power.
It's gonna take time to regrow.
and once again, we weren't gonna make any money.
I'm just.
You get a web.
I am ready to put on a...
My power cannot be quelled.
You're trying to be like,
No, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to act like they didn't make any money off of it and they're victims in order to win back people's favor. That's really what the goal of this is.
and that's just not true. Like, that's not what they do.
Don't give them another inch.
What you don't have to disregard
2,
where he says, what
Time
we
to
should do is
switch
put a
things
hard
up,
number to decide what
including
the
which
project is
side
cost.
you're on.
Like we spent a few $100,000 on the project already.
Be
That money will
wary.
be paid
No
back to us
timeline
at the top,
exists where
and the
Magneto
profit
yields.
is paid out.
You'll need a
If a
top-notch
few
team to
$100,000
win this one.
is what it costs, and the profit's paid out. Who's the profit entitled to?
I wonder.
Hawk Tuah Girl!
Yeah.
That's who it is! And we're all being gaslit about like, oh, I'm the victim, I stood to make no money. Wrong! You wanted to make no money after you realized the money
Was a
is
scam.
like being scrutinized and
Yeah.
being sued over and
Round
possibly
2,
looked into
go!
by law enforcement. Like, we
I
don't know.
fought for mutant
literally
Khan's
just-
future. Our time has finally
Here's one
arrived.
thing I do know. Is that wealth is created by value. And a
30
coin
seconds
like
before you
this
attack.
does not
Get
create
ready.
any value. That means that it will not make
So
any
you're
money.
telling me there's a whole
It doesn't
multiverse
do
full of
anything.
spider
It
folk?
doesn't serve any
I
purpose.
know. Pretty cool, right?
It's just a big
You gotta
bank
be
of
kidding
money
me.
for people.
I can
for
barely
people to put
tolerate
money
one
into.
of them.
Yeah.
Until one person
I've been
takes the
told
money
I'm
out, and
a
then
lot.
everybody tries to take the money out as fast as they can. There's no
The
benefit.
battle starts in 5,
There's no
4, 3,
best case scenario
2,
to
1.
having a system like this.
All you
be
need to do
created.
is capture the mission area.
This is
Got
a
it?
pure parasitic
Don't
thing.
need enhanced senses to smell
There
that
is
something is
nothing
off
good
here.
about this at all. Trading in a nutshell. That's not true. I understand
they are.
that people feel like a fucking oh, that's the same as trading stock. No, your stock that is representative of a fucking corporation and their products is not the same as your imaginary money that is backed up by nothing.
Mutants
Corporations
always
have
rise
value
again.
because they create products that people find value in and they pay money for. That's the difference.
I
If
like
you
the
think
code.
stocks and crypto are the same thing, I'm sure fucking hope you don't have any stocks.
I'd be crazy. And then he goes, where is this from, if you don't mind me asking? I go,
You are under my protection.
Let's be result.
I've got your back.
That he's been not telling the truth about how much money they stood to make.
Of course not. What? No,
You're
they're gonna
right,
lie to
she
you.
may be entitled to millions of dollars from a scam? Like, what?
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
So, yeah. We finally got that out of the whole time. He even said it was fine.
I perform under their sway.
And when the manager
Disappear!
I really hope that this is like a million
I am ready to put on a show! Child!
Three-year drip after that. Of that 10%, half of that was supposed
They
to go
outnumber
to
us.
the company that created
I
the
shall
project.
not be
Half was
removed
to
so
go.
easily.
So out of 100% of the token, she would have had 5%. And obviously she has
Much better.
I like the code. I'll have a shield, but no complaints. What am I? Invisible? Leave me. I suck. Look up behind me. Disappear!
Fear Magneto! Our true enemy lies in the dark. Much better.
thereafter, tell you what I think happened. without seeing this happen. I have that. So I can't
You
tell what
are under
happened.
my protection.
The pitch deck did say it was one.
You are welcome.
And then you get the sap. Like the school message. That's how it all kind of worked out.
You need not fear.
The vehicle reached the checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Everything about it.
Much better.
I found one of our critics.
That's why they're literally sponsored. I think that one of the reasons why they tried to start
You get a weapon! You get a weapon! You get a weapon!
legal plausible accountability that it was ever considered a legitimate financial investment in the first place. I think the entire premise of this
My
is
power
just meant to
swells like the
displace
waves.
accountability.
It's not the same to me.
Does it not be addressed for years? No, you're right. And I was, no, you guys are right. This won't happen for at least 4 years because of Trump's fucking.
That's
We got
it.
4 more years.
Don't let anything stand in your way.
Way to explain it. I don't
I know a few things about going beneath the surface.
dishonest in how they're framing all this.
Fear Magneto!
They're dishonest because they did it in the first place.
Fear Magneto!
Rob the bank and you're expecting them to tell you. But
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
We stand to make way more money than we've let on.
I feel like myself again.
So it makes it hard to be charitable, which kind of
Get
they're
that
wanting to
vehicle
be.
moving
If
again.
we can't see these contracts. If we don't know what they knew, right, at the time when all this stuff happened, and it clearly was a
A
scam.
nice deep freeze.
Yes, in one thing, lock up,
We need to get null elements beneath the surface. I am ready to put on a show. I'm hurt.
You are under my protection.
It's the grand finale.
I've never believed I would see this day.
And also, he stopped it as soon as he realized that it was problematic.
Never had a
So Steve, at like 17 years old, had no sense of this woman here. Insane that even happens. But like, it's great.
It's hard to say. This is kind of the way they're interfacing. Even with the phase banks,
Double KO.
wanted to be
Mutants
charitable
always
to her,
right.
pretty explicitly.
Yeah.
Like they were like,
When
look,
science
Get that
failed,
vehicle
talking about
moving
me.
again.
They're
was
like,
there.
hey, it's not gonna be that bad. We're not gonna be like that.
It's all
That scary guy, let me tell you, don't ever want to have a conversation with him.
Where
Only 60 seconds left.
That they have like a bias
Now I see them.
New York has lost its heart.
even they don't want anything to do with
Shields up.
I purge the darkness.
stuff, messing up, like all this stuff.
Down to 30 seconds.
Trading again. There's these guys.
I want to get sued again.
You get a weapon! You get a weapon! You get a weapon!
Final 10 seconds. I am ready to put on a show. We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Something with like a
I hate you.
Without Spider-Man, New York has lost its heart.
I think this might be the first. We love Poppy Zilla. We do. There's his video. This is on his second channel. Make sure to give it a like and make sure.
The
you
Sorcerer
subscribe.
Supreme lives
Poppyzilla
once
is one of the
more.
only people that like.
Final
He knows a
score,
lot more about this stuff
3,
than I do.
2, 2.
Fucking obviously, that's why I'm watching his video. He's not watching mine about it. But the fact is that you know, it is
Another epic victory!
this is the reality that people take seriously in the first place. And I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a tangent here, but I think we have a massive problem of stupidity and narcissism and self-centered behavior that have coalesced into one thing, which is stupid people